Garlic, ginger, I like to use the wider one because we smash things with ginger and garlic. Also, you can add a green onion too, but they don't. Put a little wine. The reason we don't use salt, we use soy sauce because the meat, you always want to be moister, right? So if you add a salt, that actually forces the juice out from the meat. You use a soy sauce, you let it marinate it for 10-15 minutes, like a sponge that absorb it. So the meat will be much more moister.
No flavor.
Always really tender because we marinate it before we cook it. And after you marinate like this, you have to see you don't really want an extra juice, you know? Then you use the cornstarch.
How long?
You only want whites or you want greens?
A little cornstarch in there. Why use the cornstarch? Because it's lighter. You want to deep fry food, but you also don't need an extra carbohydrate. So use the little cornstarch and just coat it. Why we have to do this? Because this is, remember when I say oil and water, basic, they don't get along. So you want to deep fry it, you got to coat something, make it dry. If you make it dry, at least they don't hurt your cells, okay? So you marinate with all the seasoning and everything else. That's the first step. You don't put cornstarch first, that's later. Okay, then after the cornstarch, we have another thing to do. Because cornstarch, the purpose for the cornstarch is to coat it, lock all the sauce inside the meat. So when we fry them, they won't come out. Do you know how to judge the oil temperature without a thermos?
Your hands, how long you can hold it.
That's kind of dangerous. I won't suggest it. Anything with a wooden chopstick, wooden spoon, you can put in there and they'll make bubbles. The faster the bubble comes out, the higher is the temperature. It means oil is hot enough. See it?
Yes. You want the oil to bubble when you put a chopstick or a wooden kitchen tool.
If you put food into a skillet with cold oil, the oil will just go right into the meat. And it'll be greasy, it'll be heavy.
Same thing. The bubble come out from the bottom. You normally pick up a piece of meat, you can let it set in the oil for a second, then you put it down so they won't stick in the bottom.
Okay. That makes sense.
Do you have a way to put in larger quantities of meat at the same time, or is
You
it
don't
only
want to
one
do
at a
that.
time?
So as soon as you drop one piece of anything into hot oil, the temperature drops.
Yeah, you put a whole bunch, you drop it right
And then
away.
you'll get that soaking mentality and you'll overcrowd it. So then everything will be gummy and heavy and greasy. So you want to go slow, like she's saying, and do it in batches. You don't want to overcrowd whenever you're deep frying.
And then you let it cook for a little bit, then you pick it out.
The meat. So you're par cooking everything down. So that's why she's not checking temp on that, because she knows she's going to cook it one more time and it'll finish it. But if you want to, because of peace of mind, you can bring out a piece just like she did with the wonton and cut it in half and see where it's at. Our advice would always be don't cook it to well done because of that second cook.
See like this? You can tell they're ready. Okay, you can touch them. If they're still soft inside, that means they're not totally cooked yet. See it? Little pink, right? So what you do, you just put it back a little bit. Or actually, like she said, I'm gonna cook a second time because they contain a lot of heat. So the temperature actually continue to cook the meat. So you don't have to be overcooked.
And then just seal it right and throw it in the freezer or put it in the fridge if you're going to use it the next day. It's the same thing. Because you're going to do that second cook again. It won't be as crispy as if you did it.
So if you put in a freezer, you thaw it out, then actually you can refry it in oil again.
But it'll only take a few seconds.
Yeah, so this time you don't want to do it one by one, you do the whole bunch. Cook a little bit and take it out. Okay,
Can you cook larger batches?
yes.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, we're gonna make the sauce now.
This is for General Cho's.
Yep. And he was a real general. Use all the onion in my food.
Yep. And you can use spring onions, green onions, you can use regular onions, but you need an onion finger in there to give it that flavor. So she's building and layering the sauce. So she started with the oil, the garlic to start infusing the oil. Then she brought in the onions to add another dimension.
Well,
Put
now
the
sugar, huh?
yes, because it is a sticky sauce.
I already warned you. You know, say,
Yeah,
gonna make it a little spicy.
yeah. This is chili sauce.
It's sriracha.
Sriracha.
That's sriracha sauce.
But you could use dried chili flake if you want. You can use chili garlic sauce if you want. Anything to make it spicy. Stir fry. So we talk about a second cook. So for anything fried that's then lightly coated in a sauce, this is the method you're going to use. So like a sesame fill in the blank is the same way. Classic sweet and sour fill in the blank is this way as well. We don't normally serve the sauce on the side. It is a second cook that is lightly tossed in the sauce.
So I use a little water. We're gonna put a little cornstarch.
To make the slurry.
Always the few drops of,
Sesame seed.
Sesame oil?
yep. You put this in here. I didn't cook thick enough. Don't like a lot of cornstarch.
So we just put on the sauce.
I didn't use lots of sugar, okay? So put sesame seed on top.